In this video, I want to tell you everything about requesting and scheduling an emergency or expedited visa interview appointments using the AVITS portal. If you don't know how to create an account on the AVITS portal to schedule a regular appointment, please check the link in the description for instructions on how to do it. Now, if you want to travel for an urgent, unforeseen situation such as a funeral, a medical emergency, or a school start date, the US embassies or consulates around the world can allow you to schedule an expedited visa interview appointment. The expedited visa interview appointment slots are limited, and so not everyone qualifies for it. If your emergency appointment request is denied, I'll give you one other option. So long as your regular appointment is not many days after your program start date. Now, according to the US Embassy Ghana website, if you are attending weddings and graduation ceremonies, if you are assisting pregnant relatives, if you are participating in annual business, academic or professional conference, or enjoying last minute tourism, you do not qualify for an expedited appointment. For such travel, you need to schedule a regular visa interview appointment. If you are a student, I will suggest trying multiple times to check the portal in order to reschedule your appointment. I always tell students looking for an appointment date to always check at least 3 times in a day. One after waking up, one during the day, and one before they go to bed. If you do that every day, there is a good chance that you will get a favorable date. However, if there are less than 30 to 60 days to your program start date, and your current appointment is after your program start date, then you can request for an emergency appointment. In this case, your request is likely to be approved, but this is not automatic. Now, to schedule an expedited appointment, you first need to schedule a regular visa interview appointment. It doesn't matter which date the regular visa interview appointment falls on. You just need to get any date. This means that if you're looking for a favorable appointment date for your visa interview, the first thing is to select any date available and then try to reschedule. The AVITS portal allows you to reschedule up to 4 times. The second thing is to submit the expedited request. So you have to go to the AVITS website that you use to schedule the regular appointments. So let's log in here and then see how that goes. Now, once you sign in, you're going to see something like this. Now, like I said, you need to make sure you have a regular appointment. And so I already have a regular appointment. That is why I can schedule an emergency appointment. Here on this page, the first thing is you have to go to my dashboard. My dashboard is going to show us the appointment requests that are available. And so here you can see that there is somebody who has an appointment here. The person is an adult and the person is just one person. Here we can click on view details, and when we click on view details, we are going to see details about the person. And here we can create emergency requests. But before that, we have to go through the applicant here. Here there is only one applicant, so we can just check this box. And so once we do that, we can click on create emergency request. So they are saying that if your emergency request is approved, you'll be asked to schedule a new visa interview appointment. Do you still want to continue? Now, if it is not approved, then we can keep our current appointment. If it is approved, then we'll be given the opportunity to schedule a new one. Let me confirm this and see. So here we have this to fill. Now, once you fill it, you just submit it. I'm not going to submit it because this person's appointment is already good enough. The first thing here is reason of emergency. So we can click here. And then the reason is student exchange visa facilitation, which means that if your reason is not here, then you cannot schedule an emergency appointment. So then we know what we want. We can go with this one. And then date of travel. So date of travel is the date that you want to travel, and it has to be in the future. So let's say August 10, and then we have to give a reason here. So here we have to type something. And with some of these things, it has to be as brief as possible because they don't have the time to go and read so many things. So as brief as possible. So we can go to, let me just type something. So my reason can be, I want to request an expedited appointment due to my current appointment on, let's say, August 15 being XX days. So I'm just saying maybe the current appointment is maybe 20 days after my program start date. And then I have to give more. So it's like, since I've been awarded a teaching assistantship position, my school requires me to report a week before my program start date to do the teaching assistantship orientation. So just T orientation. And failure to arrive on time may result in losing my funding. So this is a good reason, right? My current appointment is several days after my program start date, and I want to be able to arrive in the country maybe 2 weeks before my program start date. So Yeah, this works. This is brief and straight to the point. Here you have to attach documents. So documents can be anything that helps with your request. So anything here means you have to upload your I-20. Let me upload something and see. If I upload this one, then I can upload more. Let's see. Here it looks like we have to only attach one document. But if you have so many documents, then you have to put all of them together. So here you can put your I-20, your DX1C confirmation page, and then maybe a letter from the school, your department, confirming that you have to be in school on time. So then you can attach those ones. Those should be enough. You don't need to attach your service fee receipt. You don't really need to attach your admission letter. I think your I-20 showing your program start date, and then a letter from your school showing that you have to be in school on time. Then that, so you can put all of them together and then attach the file. Once you are done, you just have to click on submit, and that's all. So that is how you request for emergency appointment. It is really very simple. Let me close this because I'm not trying to create anything. Now, like I've told you, in order for you to schedule an emergency appointment, you need to have a regular appointment. You can see that I don't have any appointment scheduled. And because of that, I am unable to schedule an emergency appointment. You can see that this looks different from the first one that I showed you. So here, there is no option for me to schedule an emergency appointment because I don't have a regular appointment yet. Now, if your expedited interview request or your emergency appointment request is denied or approved, you are going to receive an email informing you of the approval or the denial. However, you will still be able to keep your originally scheduled appointment. This means that you have to keep searching for a favorable date to reschedule that. Now, let's assume that your program start date is within August and it is before your visa interview appointment date. And let's say your program is starting in the fall semester. Then you can reach out to your school for a late arrival letter. So long as it's within August, yeah, that is fine. A late arrival letter is like a formal document that is issued by your DSO, your designated school official, that confirms that the school is allowing you to arrive late in the US after your official program start date listed on your I-20 form. This letter is more like an information that is entered into your service records. They are not really going to issue you with a letter. They're just going to enter some information in your records so that when you arrive at the port of entry late, they are not going to disturb you. They will see that information that, okay, they've allowed you to arrive late. Now, during the interview, if the visa officer asks you why you are applying for the visa late, you can inform the visa officer that your school has permitted you to complete part of your orientation online. Some schools actually have that option. You can also inform the visa officer that your school has given you a late arrival letter. I got that before my visa interview because I didn't even know I will arrive on time. My visa interview was on July 25 and I didn't know when I was going to book my flight and all of that. So I had to request for that before my visa interview, just so that if the visa officer asked me, I would have told him or her that I have the late arrival letter. Now, since you are preparing for your visa interview, there are two things that I want you to pay attention to. One of them has to do with the social media vetting. So the embassies are requiring all students to make sure they make their social media accounts public. So you have to set everything to public so that they can easily view your activities on social media. So something like Instagram, you cannot make your account private. TikTok, you cannot make your account private. All the social media accounts, you have to make it public so that when they check your account, they can see everything that you've been doing. So this is very important. Please, you have to make sure you make it public before your interview. The other thing is that, so here they are saying that effective May 1, 2025, all visa applicants must bring a DX1C visa application form with a confirmation number or barcode starting with AA. So you have to make sure the confirmation number starts with AA. That matches the one used to book their online appointment. So you have to make sure the two are the same. The barcode number or the confirmation number on your confirmation page should be the same as the one on the appointment page. If your appointment is scheduled within the next 2 business days, and the confirmation number or barcode on your DX1C form does not match the one in your appointment profile, you will need to reschedule your appointment on the AVITS portal to proceed with your visa application. So what they are saying is that you have to make sure the two are the same. If they are not the same, then you'd have to reschedule so long as you have less than 2 business days before your interview. If you show up for your appointment and the DX160 barcode does not match your appointment profile, you will not be allowed to enter your interview. Please ensure that you submit your DX160 visa application form at least 2 business days before your interview if you have not already done so. Now you are going to come across, the information that you have to submit it at least 2 weeks before your interview. Now, I don't know if it's 2 weeks or not, but here they are saying that at least 2 business days. Now you have to understand what business days are. Business days are not the same as just 2 days. Business days means days that the embassy works, and it shouldn't be on a holiday, right? So 2 business days. My recommendation is to submit it, as soon as possible, because if you are not expecting an offer from another school, then the DX1C form should be very easy. Just go ahead and then submit, the information that you have. You are really not going to change it that much. So yeah, you should just complete it quickly and submit it. Yeah, they are saying that this will help us process your application as quickly as possible on the day of your interview. Carefully check that the barcode number on the DX160 form matches the one used to schedule your appointment. They are emphasizing this point again. So please, you have to check this. If the confirmation number does not match, please create a support ticket from your account and submit the new DX1C confirmation well in advance to allow our support team to process the update. So this information is very important and you have to pay attention. So always, whatever you want to do, make sure you do it as soon as possible. Don't wait, because the support team might not have enough time to be able to do the corrections for you. Appointment availability. They are saying that please note that if you are seeking an earlier appointment, the call center cannot offer any earlier dates. You can view available appointments through your user account at the website. Agent can assist with the scheduling process, but they cannot provide earlier appointments, as these are set by the US Embassy or Consulate. These are very important, and I thought you should know about them. So this is all I want you to know about the emergency appointment. If there is something I missed, yeah, just let me know in the comment section, or if I remember something, I might just put it in the comment section and then pin it there, so that when you check the video out, in future you can see it. So if this has been helpful to you, consider subscribing to the channel, give it a like, and I'll see you in my next video. Take care of yourself.